Presley, Roy Orbison, B.B. King, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash. What do they have in common besides millions of fans and gold records? They all made their first recordings at Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. Inside this simple studio sat a modest-looking instrument of musical magic, a customized, souped-up soundboard. All it had was a few simple needles, dials, and knobs. But the story of Sun Studios is the story of the birth of rock and roll music. And this soundboard was its cradle. In the early 1950s, the banks of the Mississippi resonated with the sounds of blues, gospel, and country music. These different styles collided in nearby Memphis, Tennessee. And the scene of the crash was Sun Studios. Owner Sam Phillips's motto was, "We record anything, anytime, anywhere."
Sam is one of the most unique characters in the world. There never was anybody like Sam, and there probably never will be anybody like Sam. Sam was entrepreneurial enough to believe that you could take this kind of homegrown, folksy music, especially the black music of the time, and we're talking about the late 40s and early 50s, and that somehow could be marketable.
That was a pretty, I think, bright move on this old dumb boy's part. You have to keep in mind, I was working with untried, unproven people, which was what I wanted to do. The Elvis Presleys, the Johnny Cashes, the Jerry Lee Lewises, the B.B. Kings, none of these people were really acquainted with recording.
When studio technician Sam Phillips set up Sun Records at 706 Union Street in Memphis, he knew that he wanted to create a new sound. And he did just that when he recorded R&B artist Ike Turner's Rocket 88 in 1951, widely regarded as the first official rock and roll record. The success of that record and others allowed Phillips to upgrade his studio. The most important change was to the soundboard, the main music pipeline in any studio, the device that controls the tone and volume and combination of all the instruments and voices on the recording.
I didn't have the money to buy a new board of any kind, so I thought, boy, I've got to find out where I can get me a used board and rework it. And luckily, I found one in South Carolina.
The board was an RCA Model 76D. Manufactured in the early 1930s, the board could handle sounds from 6 instruments or microphones. Today's studios can support more than 100. For nearly a decade, Sun Studios and the soundboard would define rock and roll. Blue Suede Shoes by Carl Perkins. That's All Right Mama, Elvis Presley. I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis. In 1960, Sun Studios relocated to a more modern space in Memphis, and the soundboard was finally forced into retirement. By this time, it was nearly 30 years old, out of date, and Phillips needed to keep up with the current technology. He put the board in storage in his brother's warehouse.